Geography Lesson Number 1, The Earth and the Solar System. Since ancient times, people have looked at the shining objects in the sky and wondered, why do some of them twinkle? What holds them up there? Why is the sun visible only during the day, while at night we see numerous dots of light? Why do we see the moon increasing or decreasing in size? Students, have you wondered? These questions have come to your mind also? So, let us study all objects which we see in the sky are called heavenly bodies or celestial bodies. The heavenly bodies include the stars, planet, satellite, asteroids, comet, and meteors. Our earth is also a heavenly body. The word universe stands for everything that exists in space. Nobody knows exactly how the universe was formed. It probably originated about 2000 crore years ago due to the Big Bang. It is difficult to understand the vastness of the universe. It is very, 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 very big. The universe has countless number of galaxies. Our sun and all the stars that you see in the night sky belongs to a galaxy. It is called the Milky Way galaxy or the Akash Ganga. This galaxy has about 10,000 crore stars. It is difficult to derive a unit for measuring the distance between various heavenly bodies in the universe, as they are very far away from each other. Astronomers do not use the ordinary units of measurement such as miles or kilometers. Instead, they normally use a unit of measurement called the light year. Now, what is a light year? A light year is the distance traveled by light in 1 year. The speed of the light is 3 lakhs kilometers per second. Thus, light travels a distance of about 9 lakh 50,000 crore kilometers in 1 year. The stars are huge bodies made up of very hot gases. They have their own heat and light. Therefore, they twinkle at night. They look very small as they are very far away from us. The stars are formed from the clouds of gas and dust in the space, which is called nebula. It can be visible if there are stars in or near it. The sun is also a star. Students, did you know that? It looks big as it is very close to the earth. We can see about 6,000 stars in the sky at night. Have you ever tried counting the stars? The nearest stars to the earth apart from the sun is Proxima Centauri. It is more than 4.24 light years away. The solar system. The family of the sun is known as the solar system. It consists of the sun, 8 planets, about 100 known satellites like the moon and the asteroids, the meteors and comets. The solar system is a part of the Milky Way galaxy. It is about 20,000 light years away from the center of the Milky Way galaxy. The solar system is about 470 crore years old and is about 1,200 crore kilometers wide. Now, one by one, we will study celestial bodies in detail. We will begin with the Sun. The Sun is the largest member of the solar system and is located at its center. The diameter of the Sun is about 109 times greater than the diameter of the Earth. The Sun is the main source of heat and light for all forms of life on Earth. That is why ancient people always worship the Sun as a god. The Sun is at an average distance of about 15 crore kilometers from the Earth. The brilliant disk of the Sun that is seen from the Earth is called photosphere. The temperature at the surface of the Sun is about 6,000 degrees centigrade, while at the center of the Sun it is about 150,000 degrees. The Earth from the Sun is traveling at a speed of 3 lakh kilometers per second. Takes about 3 minutes and 20 seconds to reach the surface of the Earth. The gravitational pull of the Sun keeps all the members of the solar system together. Now we will study about the planets. Now students, how many planets are there? There are 8 planets in the solar system. In the order of their distance from the Sun, they are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Underline this in your book. And according to the decreasing size are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Earth, Venus, Mars and Mercury. So they can ask you the question about the order, increasing order and according to the distance from the Sun. Then what are terrestrial planets? Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars are the inner planets. These 4 planets are close to the Sun and are made up of rocks. That is why they are called terrestrial planets, that is Earth-like planets. And what are gas giants? The outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are the outer planets. They are also called gas giant. Underline both and learn what are terrestrial planets and what are gas giant. Now, what are the properties of the planets? The planets are heavenly bodies. They do not have their own heat and light. They shine as they reflect the light of the Sun. All planets are spherical in shape and they revolve around the Sun in an path called the orbit. They move around the Sun from west to east. While revolving around the Sun, the planets also rotate on its axis. Each planet takes different time to complete one revolution around the Earth and one rotation on its axis. Now students, let us study about our planet, the Earth. The Earth is the 3rd planet from the Sun and is the 5th largest in the solar system. It is the largest among the inner planets. The Earth is our home. It is unique in the solar system. Its uniqueness is due to the best location with reference to the Sun. The rotation of the Earth on its axis keeps the extremes of temperature between day and night within tolerable limits. Then, the range of temperature on the surface of the Earth wherein water can remain in its three forms: ice, water and vapor. There is presence of advocate water in the ocean, which provides ideal condition for the origin and evolution of life. There is presence of an atmosphere which protects the earth from harmful ultraviolet radiation coming from the sun. The oxygen-rich atmosphere which is necessary for the survival of human beings and other forms of life. The Earth is the only planet in the solar system which is not named after mythological deity. The symbol of a planet is a circle containing two lines perpendicular to each other. It represents the intersection of the equator and the prime meridian. Then students, they generally ask you why Earth is called a blue planet. It looked blue in color due to the presence of water all over it. So, the Earth is called watery planet or the blue planet. Students, in ancient times, people thought the Earth was flat in shape. But Aristotle and Copernicus declared that the Earth is spherical in shape. Actually, the Earth is not a perfect sphere. Due to the rotation of the Earth, it is slightly bulging at the equator and flattened at the poles. Now let us study other planets in the solar system. The first one we will take is Mercury. It is named after the messenger of Roman gods. It is the closest to the sun. There is a great difference between the day temperature, which is about 400 degrees centigrade, and the night temperature, that is about 170 degree centigrade. Mercury has no moon. Now the next one is Venus. It is named after the Roman god of love and beauty. It is the second planet from the sun. It is almost the same size of the Earth and is known as the Earth's twin. It is visible after sunset and it's called the evening star, or before sunrise, so it is called the morning star. It is very hot and it also has no moon. Mars is named after the Roman god of war. It is known as the red planet. Mars is about half size of the Earth. It is almost the same period of rotation as the Earth. It has 2 moons. Then let's study Jupiter. It is named after the ruler of the Roman gods. It is the largest planet in the solar system. Jupiter, with its 53 known moons, is often described by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration as a mini solar system. Then let's study Saturn. It is named after Jupiter's father in Roman mythology. It is also the most beautiful planet in the solar system. It has bright rings made of icy particles around its equator. Saturn, according to NASA, has 53 known moons. Then we will read about Uranus. It is named after the Greek god of the sky. It has discovered in 1781 by William Herschel. Uranus also has rings around its equator. According to NASA, it has 27 known moons. Then the last one is the Neptune. It is named after the Roman god of sea. It is similar to Uranus in size and structure. The two are called the twin giants. Neptune has 8 known moons. Then we come to the satellite. The word satellite means an attendant or companion. The moon was the only known satellite in the solar system until 1610. Today, there are more than 100 known satellites in the solar system. Mercury and Venus are the only planet which do not have any known satellite. The satellite move around the planet from west to east. The satellite do not have their own light, they reflect the light of the sun. Then we will study about the moon. The moon is a heavenly body which is the closest to the earth. The average distance of the moon from the earth is about 384,400 kilometers. Its diameter is about 3,480 kilometers. The moon appears larger and brighter than any other celestial body in the night sky. The reflected light of the sun from the moon reaches the earth's surface in about 1.3 seconds. No life can exist on the moon due to absence of atmosphere and moisture. There is no sound. Do you know why? Because there is no air to carry the sound waves. The moon rotates on its axis and revolves around the earth from west to east. The time taken by the moon to complete one rotation and one revolution is the same. Thus, we always see the same face of the moon. The days on the moon are very hot. Can you imagine? 120 degrees centigrade. And nights are very cold. Minus 120 degrees centigrade. Two American astronauts, Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin, landed on the moon on 21st July 1969. Underline this. They explored and photographed the surface of the moon. This was followed by several other attempts by USA and Russia. Now let's study the phases of the moon. We know that the moon reflects the light of the sun. Thus, the visible shape of the moon changes from night to night. In its journey from new moon to full moon, the visible portion increases and the moon is said to wax. In its journey from full moon to new moon, the visible portion decreases and the moon is said to wane. The waxing and waning of the moon is known as the phases of the moon. Underline this. In fact, the moon is always half dark and half bright. On a new moon day, the dark hemisphere of the moon faces the earth, whereas on the full moon day, the bright hemisphere is visible to us. Now we will study about asteroids. Asteroids are small planet-like solid objects found in the solar system. They are also called planetoids and minor planets. Each asteroid follows its own orbit around the Sun. The main belt, which has billions of asteroids, lies between the orbit of Mars and Jupiter. Underline this. It is now widely believed that asteroids are broken pieces of some planet which probably exploded soon after its birth. Then we come to meteors. Every night we can see some bright streak of light in the sky. These are called meteors. They are also known as shooting stars. The meteors are small pieces of rock revolving around the sun. The presence of meteors in the sky is known only when they enter the Earth's atmosphere. Most of them burn up and become gases. When they hit the surface of the Earth, they are called meteorites. Comets. It is believed that there are about 200 crores comets orbiting the Sun. Comets are huge lumps of snow and rocky dust. Each comet follows its own orbit around the Sun. When the comet reaches near the Sun, they start glowing and develop a long tail. The most famous comet is Halley's Comet. It was last seen in 1986. It will appear again after 76 years, that is in 2062. Now we come to the constellation. The constellation are a group of bright stars in the sky. The people of ancient civilization attributed figures of animals, people, and mythical beasts in these groups. In ancient days, the constellations were believed to influence the daily life of people on earth. The constellations were used as a guide for planting and harvesting crops and slaughtering animals. The most easily recognizable constellation is the Saptarishi, which is a group of 7 stars. All of you underline this. In ancient times, people used to find north direction with the help of stars. The pole star indicates the north. We can always locate the position of the pole star with the help of Saptarishi. Students, wasn't all this very fascinating? So to sum up, the heavenly bodies include stars, planets, satellites, asteroids, comets, and meteors. The distance between the heavenly bodies in the universe is measured in light years. The stars are the huge hot bodies of gases which have their own heat and light. The solar system has the Sun, 8 planets, satellites, asteroids, meteors, and comets. The Sun is our main source of heat and light. The 8 planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Jupiter is the biggest and Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system. All planets rotate on their axis and revolve around the Sun from west to east. The Moon was only known satellite up to 1610 in the solar system. The main belt of asteroids lies between the orbit of Mars and Jupiter. The comet has long luminous tail which grows larger as it comes closer to the Sun. The meteors, also called shooting stars, are known only when they enter the Earth's atmosphere.